What's up, guys? Moonlapse Nightwind here with my March 2021 Yu-Gi-Oh! Banlist predictions. Banlist is only about a week and a half away of the no sooner date, roughly, and I wanted to give my opinion based based on how the meta is going, um, and just personal changes I'd like to see. Uh, this is half what I think Konami will do, half my own personal wish list. I've watched a lot of banlist predictions from the big Yugi tubers, Simo, play, Farfa, even though his is more of a meme, I think. But I agree with them to an extent, and you'll see when I give this. So, for the bans, I have two. First, on the chopping block, Crystron Halki Fibrax. This card, while not a problem right now, has proven to be a problem in the past, will more than likely be a problem in the future, and is responsible for, like, what, 3 or 4 tuners on the ban list right now? So, I say we just get rid of it now, and prevent the problems in the future. Next, we have Guard Dragon LP. Dragon Link is on a rise again. People have figured out how to make it work after the last ban list. Took a little while, a lot longer than I thought, but people are making Dragon Link work again, and LP is a big piece of that. And if we don't want to see Dragon Link at the top again, I think LP has to go. Moving on to the limits, we have True King of All Calamities. Now, people are going to say, well, why don't you have this being banned? Because Konami still wants to sell Virtual World, which is in Phantom Rage primarily, but got support in Blazing Vortex just a week ago. And I think one VFD isn't terrible. It's still ungodly broken, don't get me wrong. VFD will need to be banned at some point. But I think one is still able to be taken care of pretty, not easily per se, but it makes it a little bit more balanced without taking Virtual World down a peg. Well, I guess it'd be multiple pegs. So VFD to 1 I think is fair for now, but at some point that card will need to be banned. Next up, we need to hit Eldritch, so we're hitting Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine, I believe is what it's called. Scarlet Sanguine needs to be hit. The OCG hit Cursed Eldland. I don't think that's the right hit. I think if you want to hit their consistency, you need to hit Sanguine. You can't hit the Golden Lord itself, otherwise you wouldn't have an Eldritch deck to play. So Sanguine goes to 1, and I think that's the best hit for the deck. Next is Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Another card people are going to be asking, why aren't you wanting this banned? This one, at first, when it first came out, I thought was going to need to be banned instantly, but it didn't have the same impact it had in the OCG. Even after the last ban list, we thought it was just going to be Dragoon Turbo everywhere. Even then, not really anything. And it's really bolstered a lot of rogue decks. It's really bolstered a lot of lower tier decks, like Guru Control, which just topped an event recently. I think it was like the Remote Duel Extravaganza or something. So Dragoon is a good toolbox, but at 1, it's balanced. I use balanced loosely. At 1, it's fair. You're not able to spam multiple Dragoons, and I think at 1 it's good for these lower tier decks. I'm trying to read my own handwriting here. Oh, we'll get to that in a little bit. Oh wait, no, that can go now. And then last limit, Destiny Hero Malicious. Only reason, get rid of the semi-limited list. Fuck the semi-limited list. Just get rid of it. Next, we have cards that can just come off the list to 3. Firewall Dragon. Now, don't worry, it's not Firewall Dragon that it used to be. It got an errata in the OCG. It's in Ghost from the Past, which comes out in March, or it may have been delayed to April. Who knows at this point? But Ghost from the Past, Firewall Dragon is confirmed. It's getting an errata. Unless you're playing a cyberspace deck, it's not going to be good. Even then, it's a hard once per turn now. So I don't know how many people, even in like Salamangreat or Adignisters, if people are going to start playing that. I I don't think Firewall is going to be very good. What Konami will probably do is put it to 1 and then put it to 3, or go to 1 to 2 to 3 like they usually do. I think it can just go straight to 3. Now, the only thing that's scary about this is on the ban list when Makihiro the Destructor came off, there was like a week and a half period where it was legal unerrated before the legendary duelist Rage of Ra came out. So Makihiro was able to be played pre-errata for about a week and a half. So that'll probably happen with Firewall. Now, it'll be until they update it in the database, not until Ghost from the Past comes out. So it'll be hopefully not very, very long, but it is possible that pre-errata Firewall will be legal. At 3, that would be absolutely insane, and no one would be playing during that time. At 1, which is what they'll probably do, it'd still be insane. Firewall pre-errata is an insane card that never should have been printed. So we'll have to see on that. But post-errata, I think Firewall can just come straight to 3. Next is True King's Return. Again, it went to 2 on the last list. It's doing nothing. Dracos aren't being playable. While we're on that topic, Dynamite Knight can come to 3. Because guess what? Diagram is still at 1. Card of Demise is still at 1. No one's playing Draco. Trust me. So, True King's Return, Dynamite Knight can come off. Dynamite Knight to free up space. True King's Return to say fuck the semi-limited list. Get rid of it. Next, I have Called by the Grave. Now, Called by the Grave, you YouTubers like to say has been bouncing around the ban list for forever since it came out. It's technically not true. It went to 2 at one point, then it came back to 3, and then a couple lists ago it went to 1. So really, it's only changed 3 times. It not like it's bounced all over the place like Destiny Hero Malicious has. Anyway, I think Called by the Grave can come back to 3. When it got limited, I thought it was to give us Crossout Designator. Everyone thought it was going to come in the Gold Series. Everyone thought it was going to come in Blazing Vortex. We still don't have it, so until we get it, I think Called by the Grave at 3 is perfectly fine. It's a great utility card. It's a great hand trap deterrent, and at 1, it's just a very sacky card at that point, so just put it to 3. Next, this is on the contingency that Halki Fibrax gets banned. All the tuners can come to 3. Glow Up Bulb, O-Lion, Jet Synchron. If Halk gets banned, all the tuners can come back. Easy enough. Then I have Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. We've gotten Seer and Graph back to 3 now. Dante is still at 3, and BA is basically at full power. It just needs 2 more Beatrice. Would people play Beatrice at 3 if it was at 3? Maybe, who knows. I would probably only, as a BA player, I'd probably only play 2, just so I'm not clogging extra deck space. But then again, it could give you a good pot of extravagance fodder. We'll have to think on that. But Beatrice to 3, I think is fine, because BA just kind of sucks right now. It's a fan favorite deck. Everyone's gonna try and make it work, but BA just kind of sucks. I'm a BA player, and I will admit it. So I think Beatrice to 3 is fine. Just give us full power BA. It's still not going to do anything. I promise. Alright, next I have cards that can peel off the Forbidden list back to Limited to bolster some other decks. First, I have Orcust Harp Horror. Remember when Mekhanite Girsu was supposed to come out? Or when it came out and people thought, oh, this is going to be Orcust saving grace with Heartband? Nah, Orcust is still sitting at the bottom of the barrel. And really without Harp, that deck can't play. So I think 1 Harp Horror is fine. With Rusty Bardish back, because it came back pre-Phantom Rage. I think a lot of people would be happy to try and play that deck again. And with 1 Harp, I don't think it would be as good as it used to be, but it'd definitely be better than where it is now. Next, I have Salamangreat Mirage Stelio. I don't know why this card has Salamangreat is a fair deck. I think. Gazelle and Circle at 1 are fine because it reduces the consistently. Everything at 3, that deck is hyper consistent and maybe a little bit too unfair, but with Gazelle and Circle at 1 and Stalio at 1, the deck would be perfectly fine. I don't think anyone would play it anyway. Next, I have Heavy Metal Foes Electromite coming to 1 because I'm surprised it didn't on the last list. Blazing Vortex has heavy metal, or has not heavy metal foes, just metal foes support. And I was surprised when they didn't bring Electrum back because everyone knows that Konami uses the Banlist to sell product. So I have Electrum coming back this list, even if it's just for a little bit, because pendulums are an inherently broken mechanic, and it's just ridiculous. And then I have Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos coming back to 1. It's the second weakest Dragon Ruler. The only good fire deck is Salamangreat ever. I'm sorry, I'm sorry to you Volcanic players. I love Volcanics, don't get me wrong. But Salamangreat is the only good fire deck that's ever been meta relevant, and I don't think Dragon Link would try to play Blaster. I don't even think they try to play Tempest, and Tempest has been at 1 for a while. So as the next Dragon Ruler to come off, it would be Blaster. Redox I don't think can ever come back. Redox and Tidal are insane, Redox especially. So that is going to be it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Obviously, this is very more opinionated than it is based on what Konami will do. I wanted to talk about Cyber Angel Benton because a lot of people want that card to go to 1, and while I do think it should go to 1, I don't think they will, because Drytron has support coming in Lightning Overdrive, an insane Exceeds monster, so Ben 10's not going to go anywhere because they want to sell Drytron, they want to sell Genesis Impact and Lightning Overdrive, so that's why Ben 10's not on this list. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think, and I will see you next time. Take care.